All right, guys. So if you haven't noticed yet, all of my videos are in addition to all of the other videos you guys are watching. So this is in addition to all of those videos. This is about your ice axes, the different types of ice axes. In the comments sections in photos, I wrote down all the weights of the different types. But the more heavier duty type, this is a Black Diamond, this is a Gravel, and this is also a Gravel. The more heavy duty types, they have a solid core inner. So this is a solid base. It's made to use against rocks and stuff for extended periods of time. And you're supposed to own this for a long, long time. Same thing with this Gravel, solid. It's about this far in with a solid piece of metal. So they're obviously heavier with that. Same thing with the Black Diamond. This is actually my Black Diamond that I have for more mountaineering stuff, where the Camp Corsas are hollow on the inside. So this one's got a little plug, but it's a plastic plug, so it's fairly lightweight. And I knew one of these did not have a plug. Oh, I guess they all have plastic plugs now, but some of them don't even have the plastic plugs. So they allow ice and snow to go in. So not a big deal when you're doing many miles, because most of the times you don't need the plug or anything else when it's just hanging off your pack. And I can show you how to hang it off the pack, but there's plenty of videos about how to hold your your ice axe in your pack. So the other main reason why you want to choose length is from wrist to ankle. So this is, I don't know if you can see that on the video or not, but this is up past my ankle. So this is a little long, but what I tell people is that this is my luxury item. These like 6 inches here is my luxury item. The reason why I want it longer when I'm hiking is because I want to be able to get into that self-arrest position, and I want to be able to control that with the leverage that I have with an extended shaft as opposed to a short shaft. I have less leverage with a short shaft. So with a longer shaft, I have shorter leverage. I don't want it too long because my ice axe is on the uphill side. So if the uphill side is higher, I don't want to be extending up like this in order to get into the snow, but I do want it long enough where I can use the leverage. The other thing is I don't want this near my torso. So with a short ice axe, this is very close to my torso when I'm falling downhill. So I want this to be further away from my torso. So this is the actual size I would use, maybe a couple of centimeters shorter than this for going into the Sierra on the PCT. I did have one that is curved, and I showed you on one of my videos the reason for the curve is for shorter, for steeper climbs, where I stick the spike in first and then I stick in the pick. And so I stick the spike in and then the pick, and then I ascend. That's for steeper slopes. That's not for flatter slopes. So that's the reason why I would pick a bent shaft versus a straight shaft. That's the reasons why I would pick a longer shaft than a shorter shaft. And then the reason why I would pick a shorter shaft is especially if I had 2 of them, right, and I'm ascending, I want to be able to see where my tip is and still hold on to the bottom with my grip. And so if it's too long, then I can't see where that's going into. When it's shorter, when I'm actually using it to ascend a very steep vertical, almost vertical slope, then I want a shorter ice axe. But for the PCT, the longer is generally the better. Or if you're going to choose which side to err on the longer side. Okay, cheers, see ya.